Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The Golden State Warriors universe is shaking to its very core, and fans cannot stop talking about the explosive situation brewing behind the scenes. Rumors are swirling like wildfire, suggesting that the once unbreakable bond between head coach Steve Kerr and the team's superstar, Stephen Curry, has shattered in a way no one could have predicted. Insiders claim that tensions have been mounting for months, with disagreements over strategy, leadership, and the pace of the game creating a rift that seems impossible to bridge. According to whispers from unnamed sources close to the organization, Kerr has reached a breaking point, allegedly declaring in private that Curry will not return to the team, a statement that has sent shockwaves through locker rooms, sports media, and social media alike. Fans are left speculating whether this is the result of one specific incident or a culmination of long-standing frustrations, with many questioning whether the Warriors' management can step in to mediate or if the split is inevitable. Conversations among analysts suggest that Curry's influence in the locker room, once seen as a unifying force, may have become a source of tension, especially when it clashes with Kerr's vision of how the team should operate. Reports hint that the conflict is deeper than a mere personality clash, pointing to disagreements over training methods, game management, and even player rotations. Observers have noted that in recent games, Curry's role appeared diminished or constrained, fueling speculation that strategic disputes have escalated into a full-blown personal conflict. While some speculate this could be a temporary fallout that resolves itself with time and communication, others argue that the rift is symbolic of a larger cultural shift within the Warriors organization. The tension reportedly started subtly, with disagreements in meetings becoming more public through side conversations, body language, and the infamous silent treatment during practice sessions. Some sources suggest that the Warriors' front office has attempted discreet interventions, trying to reconcile the star player with the coach. But according to insiders, Kerr's frustration may have reached a point where compromise is no longer on the table. The notion that Curry, a player synonymous with the franchise, could be sidelined or even forced out entirely seems almost surreal. Yet speculation persists that the team may be preparing for a dramatic shakeup that could alter the NBA landscape forever. The emotional weight of this internal battle cannot be overstated, as it combines professional disagreements with personal pride, loyalty, and decades of mutual history. Curry, after all, has been the face of the Warriors dynasty, leading them through multiple championships and earning his place in NBA lore, while Kerr has been celebrated for his coaching brilliance and calm demeanor. The alleged rupture between these two figures has left fans questioning how much influence a coach can wield over a superstar, especially one as decorated and culturally significant as Curry. Rumors from anonymous sources hint that meetings between the two have become increasingly tense, with both sides reportedly unwilling to concede ground. Some insiders suggest that the conflict has extended beyond the court, influencing locker room dynamics and even relationships with other players who may feel caught in the middle. Social media has exploded with reactions, ranging from disbelief to fervent debate, as fans try to parse fact from fiction, analyzing every post, interview snippet, and game footage for clues about the state of the Warriors' internal harmony. The speculation is relentless, as the idea that Curry may be benched or removed feels both shocking and tantalizing for those tracking NBA drama. Analysts are now dissecting the possible consequences of such a rupture, speculating that the Warriors could face a period of instability unprecedented in the Curry era. Questions are being raised about how the team will perform without their cornerstone player fully engaged, or whether other stars like Klay Thompson and Draymond Green will be affected by the tension between coach and point guard. Rumors indicate that internal meetings have become heated debates, with assistants allegedly struggling to maintain neutrality while the central conflict escalates. Some insiders suggest that if the split continues, the organization may be forced to make a dramatic decision, potentially trading Curry or reassigning Kerr, though both scenarios would carry massive financial, competitive, and cultural implications. Sports commentators are theorizing endlessly, weighing the potential for reconciliation against the momentum of a feud that appears to have gained a life of its own. The intensity of this situation has created an unprecedented atmosphere of uncertainty around the Warriors, a team that has prided itself on stability, cohesion, and a clear leadership hierarchy for years. Rumors also hint at personal grievances spilling into the professional realm, with sources claiming that Curry may have felt undermined or disrespected by certain strategic decisions, while Kerr reportedly views Curry's approach as challenging the authority necessary to maintain team structure. Such insider revelations suggest that the conflict is multi-layered, involving not only basketball strategy, but issues of control, respect, and ego. Conversations among analysts indicate that the potential fallout could affect future recruitment, player morale, and even the team's marketability, as a feud between a superstar and a beloved coach attracts intense media scrutiny. The stakes are extraordinarily high, with both personal pride and professional legacy hanging in the balance. Observers are carefully noting subtle cues during games, such as interactions on the bench, practice intensity, and public statements, searching for signs that the relationship could either mend or disintegrate entirely. Fans are particularly captivated by the possibility that this drama might extend beyond the confines of the locker room, influencing trades, draft choices, and the broader dynamics of the NBA for years to come. Finally, speculation abounds about the broader narrative this situation represents within professional sports, the delicate balance between a coach's authority and a superstar's influence. Some suggest that the Warriors' case could become a textbook example of what happens when these forces clash, potentially inspiring similar debates across the league. Others argue that the team's management could step in to mediate, employing strategies ranging from counseling to restructuring roles, yet insiders hint that the emotional stakes may be too high for a simple resolution. Amid all this, the uncertainty fuels engagement as fans, analysts, and commentators dissect every development, tweet, and hint for clues. The possibility that Stephen Curry, the emblematic figure of the Warriors, might no longer play under Steve Kerr's guidance is reshaping the conversation around leadership, loyalty, and the human elements of professional basketball, making it one of the most talked about stories in sports today, and a situation that could redefine the Warriors' trajectory in ways no one could have predicted. Speculation is now turning toward the future of the Warriors, with insiders suggesting that management may face one of the most difficult decisions in recent NBA history. The question on everyone's mind is whether the organization can maintain stability while navigating the fallout of a potential permanent split between Steve Kerr and Stephen Curry. Rumors suggest that executives are weighing options such as restructuring leadership, adjusting player roles, or even exploring trades that could fundamentally reshape the roster. Analysts are debating the long-term impact on team chemistry, questioning how players like Draymond Green and Klay Thompson might respond if Curry is sidelined or removed. Sources hint that some members of the front office are privately concerned about the fan reaction, noting that Curry is not just a player, but the symbolic face of the franchise. Social media is ablaze with speculation, with fans imagining scenarios ranging from dramatic trades to mid-season suspensions, and even questioning whether Kerr could eventually step aside to restore harmony. The uncertainty surrounding the Warriors is unprecedented in the Kerr era, creating an environment where each decision is scrutinized intensely. Every practice becomes a potential flashpoint, and the balance between competitive success and personal egos hangs by a delicate thread. Insiders have also pointed to the potential ripple effects on recruitment and player retention, suggesting that free agents may hesitate to join a team perceived as internally divided. Sources claim that whispers have circulated about players questioning the leadership structure, concerned that the tension between Kerr and Curry could undermine trust and create a challenging locker room atmosphere. Analysts speculate that the team may be forced to lean heavily on its supporting cast, relying on veterans and role players to fill leadership gaps if Curry's status remains uncertain. Discussions behind closed doors reportedly revolve around difficult trade scenarios, evaluating whether the team can acquire complementary talent while preserving salary flexibility. Some insiders argue that the situation could be a turning point for the Warriors' franchise philosophy, forcing management to reconsider the balance between empowering a superstar and maintaining coherent coaching authority. The mere possibility that the team might prioritize either Curry or KERR in a high-stakes internal negotiation has fans and media alike enthralled, dissecting every interaction and public statement for hints of reconciliation or confirmation that the split may be inevitable. Media speculation has intensified, with sports commentators suggesting that the narrative is about more than basketball. It is about leadership, legacy, and the human side of professional sports. Rumors suggest that Curry has been seen visibly frustrated during practice, at times appearing disengaged or subtly resistant to KERR's directives, fueling theories that the tension is spilling over into performance. Analysts debate how this dynamic could affect game outcomes, with some suggesting that the team might adopt a more cautious approach to protect Curry's involvement while trying to avoid public confrontation. Meanwhile, KERR's demeanor has reportedly become more authoritative, a stark contrast to his historically calm and diplomatic style, leading some insiders to speculate that this could be the breaking point of a partnership once considered unshakable. The intensity of public interest has only heightened as fans dissect every appearance, interview, and game situation for clues. The rumor mill suggests that if Curry does step back, voluntarily or not, the Warriors could face not just a short-term performance gap, but a long-term cultural shift, challenging the identity that has defined the franchise for over a decade. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Further speculation revolves around the emotional consequences for the players, with insiders hinting that some may feel forced to choose sides, whether openly or subtly, between KERR's authority and Curry's influence. Analysts suggest that this dynamic could affect cohesion, communication, and even the team's approach to critical moments in games, as loyalty conflicts may create tension on and off the court. Rumors indicate that discussions among the supporting cast have intensified, with some players expressing concern over potential disruptions to chemistry and morale. Experts debate how management could navigate these waters, with strategies ranging from mediated discussions and team-building exercises to potential trades aimed at diffusing pressure points. The emotional stakes are immense, as the narrative has shifted from a simple coaching disagreement to a complex interplay of pride, legacy, and personal relationships. Fans and commentators alike remain captivated, parsing every social media post and media appearance for subtle hints, eager to understand if the Warriors can survive such a public and potentially divisive internal conflict, or if this marks the beginning of a new era of instability. Some insiders hint that external pressures are amplifying the situation, with media scrutiny and fan reactions creating a feedback loop that could force both Curry and KERR to make decisions they might not otherwise consider. Analysts speculate that sponsors, stakeholders, and even league executives are watching closely, aware that a high-profile conflict could affect the NBA's image and marketability. Rumors suggest that the organization may be considering contingency plans, ranging from strategic player rotations to formal mediation sessions, attempting to navigate a path that preserves performance while addressing interpersonal tension. The speculation is intense, with each new rumor fueling further discussion, debate, and analysis. Fans are divided, some advocating for Curry's interests and star power, while others emphasize the importance of maintaining coaching authority and long-term organizational stability. The situation remains fluid, with insiders cautioning that small developments could have outsized consequences, and any perceived misstep could dramatically shift the narrative and reshape the trajectory of the franchise in ways few could anticipate. Finally, speculation persists about the long-term ramifications for the Warriors' legacy, with insiders suggesting that the outcome of this internal clash could define KERR and Curry's careers as much as their championships. Analysts argue that if the split continues, it may influence not just immediate team performance, but the organization's culture, recruitment strategy, and public perception for years to come. Rumors indicate that front office discussions are ongoing, weighing loyalty, legacy, and competitive priorities in ways that few fans can fully appreciate. Observers speculate whether this drama could inspire similar debates across the league about superstar power versus coaching authority. Social media continues to dissect every interaction, tweet, and sideline moment, magnifying the intensity of speculation. Ultimately, the story of KERR and Curry has become emblematic of a larger conversation about leadership, influence, and the human element in professional sports. An insider suggests that the resolution, whatever it may be, will be remembered as a defining moment in the Warriors' history, one that could reshape perceptions of loyalty, authority, and legacy in ways the NBA has never seen. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.